Hey guys, Philip Berry here. I've been promising a lot of you guys in Fruity group chat that I was going to do a tutorial on pink noise mixing, or in other words, they call it dry mixing. And what that is you're mixing all of your sounds together just using pink noise. It's a fairly simple concept, not hard to figure out once you get it down, and it makes your workflow so much better. And I highly recommend you do it at the end of every session to get everything into leveling, and you'll be happy with what you're doing. It won't sound like a big jumble of sounds that could go together, but you don't know until you get it mixed. All right, let's get into it. So I got a serum pulled up, but we're going to redo that. I'm going to delete it. Here we go. All right, so you go to add, and you find the VST you're looking for. Anything that can generate pink noise will do the trick. All right, so serum. Go to serum, and the first thing you got pulled up, it has the oscillator A. It'll sound like this. You don't want that, so you turn that off. And you go down to the noise oscillator. And you go from there, and you go all the way down to analog, all the way up to pink noise, ARP pink, right there. Not white, pink. All right. There's many reasons why I use the pink noise instead of the white noise. I'm sure you can look it up online. But the gist of it is pink noise hits all, if not most, frequencies in the spectrum of frequencies and sounds. So that's why we use pink noise. So you'll pull out a pink noise and you'll make a bar to about there. Because it really doesn't matter. As long as you really want it, it's personal preference. But mine's right there because I just do two of them. You can make it one full bar. It's up to you. All right, so now that we got the pink noise loaded up, the trick of all of this for it to matter is most of the time when you want to send your song to a mastering engineer, you want everything below -6 decibels. Many people have different opinions on this. That's fine. I don't care. This is how I do it. So here we go. So the trick is to get your pink noise to be at -6 decibels. You'll do that by having a dB meter, and you can figure out how to do that on your own time. But here we go. So, and this may be a little loud. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but this is how you do it. So, that's the pink noise you're hearing right now. You take the level, just make it to 100%. Still hasn't hit -6, and that's where you want it to hit. So you go over to the master, and I already did a little run through this. So just go about 80. And it'll hit, it should hit -6 decibels. Boom. -6. And that is exactly where you want it. It can be a little bit under or a little bit over, depends on how you want to do it. But this pretty much creates a ceiling for you without limiting any sounds that go above that. None of your sounds should go above it, but if they do, you're good to go. All right, so this is what it sounds like. I'm going to play it without the pink noise. As you can see, it's peaking way over. It's hitting way up there. Yeah, so that's just a beat I made not too long ago, right before I started recording. All right, let's show you how we do this. So most people will tell you that you need to use the pink noise with the whole mix playing so you can level everything to where it should be, blah, 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 and you can do that. But I'm going to show you how I do it. All right, so you just have the pink noise oscillator playing. So that's it. And you'll go to the sound individually, each one, and you'll make sure that they don't peak. It'll peak just above the pink noise. So it'll go down, and you'll make it to where you can barely hear the sound. That's the key of it. If you can do that, it'll sound perfect. If not perfect, almost perfect. And we'll just start with the snap. And you'll be able to hear it over the pink noise, even as loud as the pink noise is. It's crazy, I know. But here we go. So you go over the snap, and then you'll start pulling down the fader until you can barely hear it. At that point, you can barely hear it. You can hear it good enough, but you can't like feel it at that point. All right, then you go to the next one, which is the perk. Okay. This one, you'll do the same thing. You'll do it for all of them. That's good enough. All right, now you go to the piano. And the piano, if you listen back, was the lowest thing. You could barely even hear it. But at this point, you can hear it, and it needs to come down. That would be good enough for that. Now we're going to go over to the hi-hats. And hi-hats, you want to make them where you can, barely hear them because they are so potent and they kick right through the mix. And the next one, which is the loudest part of the mix, is the guitar. This is what it sounds like. All right, so now we're going to play it together. Right around there. All right, and now we're going to hear it all together without the pink noise. At this point, the pink noise is no longer relevant. You just want to hear what it sounds like together. Now, one thing I didn't do, and you should do it, in my opinion, go to the kick and do it the same way. And I forgot to mention in the beginning, before doing this step, you might as well put everything into mono. In FL Studio, you can do it on any of the mixer tracks. But if you just want to do it quickly, go to the master channel, go down to where it says stereo separation up in the corner up there, and you take it from 0 all the way to merged to the right. The other way makes it stereo. All right, so it's merged, so everything's in mono, so you can really, really get it to sound really, really good without being in stereo, and everything that is stereo is going to sound amazing. So, and we're going to mix the kick in the same way with the white noise, or the pink noise, sorry. Let's do it. All right. That kick to still be punching on top of everything else. Nothing should be louder than your kick. Doesn't sound too bad. And what you do is you go to the master channel. This is what I do. When I want to show people what it could sound like, this is by no means an easy, quick fix to make it sound amazing. And you don't have to mix it or anything. You still have to mix and master. But what you want to do is you go here to Fruity Limiter. I just had it pulled up. And you go to presets. This is just an easy thing to export to show everybody. But this is definitely not the end. So push max loudness, that's what I do. And hear what they all sound like together. Notice you can hear all the elements, all of them. And, of course, they're not perfect, but you can go back in the mixer and by ear, this is where, the by ear comes in, you can manually mix them and it will be a tiny difference. Like you just pull it down just a little bit, pull it up just a little bit. and it will sound perfect. That way, you just get this really, really smooth mix without doing anything. You didn't do any EQing or anything. Like if you think your guitar is too loud, you just pull it down. Alright, one thing I wanted to show you that a lot of people apparently don't know how to do, and it's pretty easy to do. So you can export your MIDI or playlist. You can export that as a waveform. So I can go to the piano and do it here, and I can do it as the Pink Noise. Now, in this case, we're just going to do it with the Pink Noise just because, the piano, you probably want to edit it more, blah, blah, blah. And later, if you guys want, I can go into what I did to the piano and processing on guitar, blah, blah, blah. And what you do is just quick render as audio clip, or you can render as audio clip. I recommend doing render as audio clip so you can see exactly what you're doing. And when you do it, if you had the limiter on to make everything loud, turn the enable master effects off. Keep that off. Because when you pull it back in, you can assign it to the mixer that the instrument is on, and then it'll have that same effect as it was before. You don't want it to do it twice, because then it'll sound terrible, distorted and nasty sounding. Alright, so we'll export that. Look how quick that was. Boom. And now you have Pink Noise. You can take this and keep it, put it over in your packs, and it's literally the same as it was before. But yeah, that's it. And that pretty much ends the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This isn't by any means, a really, really amazing beat or sounds or anything like that. But I did it real quick. I really wanted to show you guys how I do my stuff. And for me, it's easier to put the kicks and everything in the playlist like this. I know a lot of people use the piano roll drum sequencer and stuff like that, and that's fine. No one's, it's fine. But thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy. Please comment, like if you enjoy it, tell me what you thought about it. If you want to see something new, I'm only going to post this in Fruity group chat just to see what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, guys.